Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Winding Air Racing. Today is going to be a very exciting day because we're back on the golf cart project, and what we're going to do is tie the frame into the front end. One thing that's new I did yesterday, because in order to wheel this vehicle around, we got to have these front wheels locked in place. So I had some tie rods from an old quad, was able to incorporate those into a little block that I had here. Basically it locks this in place, so when I go to roll this thing around, I can roll it around. Okay, it doesn't anyways. So one thing I decided about doing here, we're going to go ahead and that 12-inch mark I was going to shorten, but I didn't. I'm going to use that mark there. We're going to go ahead and go up in a 45-degree angle. Then from there with 1 inch, we're going to come out and bend on down. I'm going to tie it in. I'll see how I'm going to tie it in here. As far as reinforcing the front, basically I just got to take some bars down here, tie that in there, and then again from here out, it's going to kind of form the fender here. So it's going to be really neat to see how this takes shape by the end of the day. Looking forward to getting started. One thing, I was playing around yesterday with the stance of this one, and I go to my son, I said, okay, how does the front end look? Because this, get that to stay, that's going to be basically where I want the rear tires, right there. And so then you look at it from the front. Hey, Turbo. So we got that one sitting there in the back and this sitting up front. So frankly, I think this stance is going to look awesome. But I'm looking at it and I have these two tires sitting together. And it's like, I think this golf cart really needs to be a dually. It'd be much, much easier to make adapters to mount one more wheel on than it will be to cut and extend the axle and the tube and all that. That could end up being a real pain in the butt, where this ultimately it's going to be easier to do, and dual tires in the back, that's going to be awesome. So with the extra tire back here, and I've already discussed how I'm going to put 2 more shocks. We'll have 4 shocks across 4 wheels. And then this is going to be a nice flatbed. So I know I decided to throw out the whole idea of a stripper pole, but hell with this added suspension back here, little stage here, I think that's the ticket. What do you guys think? Or maybe we should just put groceries back there. I don't know. You guys let me know. So anyways, I'm excited to get started, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with this. And let's put some framework together. As discussed, I wanted to come basically from here. So let's, oh, I did forget to mention. Big shout out and thanks to my son for putting this cart together yesterday. It is going to save on lots and lots of editing time, not having to cut out trips to the toolbox and back. I have this neat little cart now that we can use, and just put all the tools there that I'll need for today's project. So that's an awesome little addition to the shop. Big shout out to my son. Thank you, Bobby. So look at it, Sharpies right here. I'm not looking for Sharpies. That's 12-inch mark there. We do something like, I want to come up. About like that. It'll be tilted a little bit. So I'm going to cut 40-inch pieces, put a bend in, and see how that looks. Put the Sharpie back, Robert. Again, we want to see what kind of angle we want to put here, so this nifty little protractor here, we can kind of get an idea. So there again is 30. We'll come at a little angle here. I think it's going to need to be sharper. Maybe 45, coming from there, out here, come up a little bit higher. I think that's maybe even a little bit more. We go 60, then we're coming out here square. I'm really thinking we're going to go 60 degrees. I'll bend it at 45, see how that looks, and then maybe make a change. Now, I also want to start that bend. Here. I'm going to set the bender at 18 inches, which will put it in about 20. From the start of the die, 18. All right, let's see how that works. I like it. Well, let's see how this looks on the car here. We'll put it up there. I'm thinking that's the ticket. That is basically going to be, I'll go ahead and use aluminum and create a firewall here. This will create a fender and tie the frame in. I like the way that's looking. So let's make the other one that exact same bend. Again, we'll come out 18 inches, so we're the same as the other one. That right there. And there. So I guess today I got lucky, or maybe it's skill, but as you can see, these are perfect. No need to bounce on Frankenbuggy today. So to start fitting the tubing, I just determine what angle this tubing needs to be cut out, and it'll be a good point to start from. Yeah, I think I got this awfully close. So let's see how it looks. What I'm going to do is tack this in place, get a good look at it, and if I like the looks of it, then I can go ahead and put together the other side. Now again, in order to get nice clean welds, you want to clean all this insulation off. Right there, so that'll be perfect. There. Hi guys, well, I made it back after did that little fabrication this morning. I had to run out and run a couple errands. I don't know if you watched the video that my son did yesterday, but he pulled the head off a Ecotech motor, and I had to run that down to the machine shop. It's gonna be done in a few days, so that's gonna be a neat little project putting that motor back together this weekend. And then I stopped by a friend's shop that he knows all about drag racing, because as you guys know, we're gonna be turning the C10 there into a drag race truck, and so I had to get this neat little book here, because one thing I got to know is how to properly build the cage to pass inspection so he can run on down the track. I guess the time that makes the big difference is 10 seconds. If you go in the 9s, then it's an entirely different cage than just 10 seconds and slower. So that's a couple of things that I learned, and there's designs in that book and specs as far as tubing diameter and gauge, how thick the walls are. So then when I got back from doing my little errand runs, I did do a little tubing work here. I didn't weld this thing up, but go ahead and take a look. I put the other bar on there, and then the supports here. Now I didn't, this side here I got to do a little bit of adjustment here. It's actually about 1/4 inch taller than that side. So before I weld and worry about that side, I'm going to fix that little problem, because it's not perfect and I want it to be perfect. So then I put these little gusset works here, across there, diagonals. I'm going to tighten up that joint there a little bit. But as far as the look of that goes, I said I'm going to do a little fine tuning in the morning, but I think that's going to look awfully neat. And this side here. So I don't think that front end is going to go anywhere once I get that all welded together. And like I said, I'll probably do something with aluminum, even come out here. There's some kind of fenders in here. Got to do the steering still. So there's a little bit of work to do in this front end, but starting to come together. Anyways guys, that's going to be it for today. I got to get in there and do some editing and put this out there so you guys can see it. So thanks a lot for watching, and remember to like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. Thank you.